All right. What it is. I'm your main man, Mikey D, aka Stony Mike, and I'm here to give you a nice little Stony playthrough. But before we get into that Stony playthrough, we're gonna get nice and stony and cringe like a motherfucker. Not even cringe at this point. I don't feel secondhand embarrassment for these people. I feel fucking sorry for some of these people. I feel absolutely sorry for them. They're living a life of fucking misery. And they're in turn making everybody else miserable along with them. But I will try to be that nice little rain of sunshine that I tend to be and shine right on through it. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna start this off with Dylan Mulvaney here. How the fuck you gonna go by a she pronoun? Present yourself like this and still call yourself Dylan. It's the most stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. This is a joke. This person is a joke. He's making a mockery of females everywhere. If I was a female, I'd be ready to curb stomp this son of a bitch. To be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If I was a fucking female, I'd be waiting to fucking see this guy and beat the ever loving shit out of him. He wants to play fucking stupid games and pretend that he's a female, man. Females not need to start treating him like that and fucking giving him the work. Give him the fucking works, man. Be careful though. He is a biological male. He's going to have dense bones. Okay, so if he hits you, it's going to hurt. Just so you know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he wants to. Maybe he's a woman beater, and he wants women to retaliate against him. And see, he can't really just go around beating on women, or he'd get his ass beat by a dude. But if he makes it look like, I mean that's a thing that can happen. I doubt that's what he's doing, but he's doing something. He ain't no fucking she, and he don't fucking think he's a she. He thinks he's a he. He's just being a fucking idiot. He's a useful fucking puppet. A lot of these people who come out like this, they all have some kind of dealings in the world of Hollyweird, or wanting to have some kind of dealings in the world of Hollyweird. Just look up what his used to be past, like what he wanted to be, but could never make it. And now he's just a puppet. Just a little puppet. That's all this dude's ever going to be. I don't like this guy. And it's funny that Bud Light decided to fucking sponsor him, because it's like, there goes Bud Light. But Bud Light pretty much was the worst beer to begin with anyway. So it's like, I don't see them really losing much money, because they already lost as much as they could. They're trying to gain money. If y'all don't know about this, they're trying to gain an audience. They're trying to gain a customer base, because they don't have one. Bud Light never really had one. They're barely hanging on as beer. I mean, barely. There's so many people who have opened up craft beer places that nobody fucking gives a flying fuck about Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, any of these fucking main name brands, because guess what? That beer tastes like shit. It tastes like it ran down the crack of an old man's asshole. It is the most disgusting tasting shit in the world. So nobody wants to fucking drink that shit. Nobody. Not a fucking soul. So they have to get puppets to fucking advertise for them. That's it. That's all that boils down to. So, yeah. Bud Light ain't doing anything but trying to gain a fucking following. They're not gonna lose shit. They already lost their following a long time ago. The only thing they're losing will be those old people who were kind of like stubborn and stuck in their ways, but are like, oh, I can't fucking support them now. They supported this fucking. You know what's funny? They would have called him a queer. They would have called him a queer when I was growing up. They would have been like, oh, I don't like that queer. You know, they would have said that. But now that's a fucking terminology used by some of these dumbasses. So I can't fucking say that they would say that. Because why would they call them something they're appreciative of? It's really weird. That whole fucking bullshit is weird. And I ain't even talking about their sexuality. I'm talking about the fucking virtue signal that this right here is.
The issue. Cis is not synonymous with the norm or the default. And cisgender or non-trans people are so used to being the default that they conceptualize anybody who's trans as a mutation or a variation to the norm, when in reality being trans is very normal and it has existed across all sorts of civilizations since we've recorded human history. Go look at the Flores Marlavas video she did.
You can point out a lot of things in history. You know, there was people who dressed up like females, even in Norse history, male and female, etc., etc. But it wasn't a grand scale thing like it is nowadays. Because guys like this can pretend that they're a chick. I'm still waiting for him to be a predator of some type, but I really have more of a belief that he is a puppet. Someone who's meant to manipulate. That's legitimately all his purpose is. I'm just gonna skip past this dude because I really don't like this fuckboy. He'd get his ass beat. Like if I went to high school with this kid, I stopped kids like this from getting their ass whooped. But he would be one that I would let get fucking beat brutally because this dude is just fucking out of their fucking minds. We have to deprogram and decolonize our brains. Wow. Let's just decolonize our brains and embrace the nonsense.
Okay, mansplaining is a man that low-key explains something like on a very easy way, and he normally explains something to women as low-key as he can, because in their belief system, women are so dumb that...
Alright, so this person didn't know what mansplaining was, so they're having to look off to the side. You see it? You can even see it in the reflection. They're looking and reading what someone else's definition of. It's not even a real definition of it because they keep saying low key. Low key. Low key has no fucking reason to even be in the fucking in the explanation of what mansplaining is. These dumb fucks keep trying to change the definition of every fucking thing. Like, God, I wish these people would just fucking, for just 1 second, have a moment of clarity. That's all it takes is 1 second of fucking clarity, and they will not be so fucking retarded. My God. Fucking A. But yeah, she thinks we can't see that shit. Bitch, even in mine, you can see the reflection of what I'm looking at. Like, unless you get that spray or the glasses lenses that do not reflect, you're going to be able to see that shit. And I'm pretty sure people fucking know this. But not retards, no. Not these fucking potato head fucking retards, nope.
But they wouldn't get it if they explain it normally.
Yeah. Bro, here's the pronoun bitch. This is the pronoun bitch. This fucking little retard here. I'm gonna keep calling them retards because that's honestly what they are. And I'm not talking about someone who's mentally ill or anything like that. I'm talking about these people are purposely going out of their way to be retarded. Not someone who's like a little slow or anything like that. Because I don't even call people who are slow retarded. I call people who are slow either slow or, challenged, mentally challenged or something like that. I don't fucking even fuck with those people. It's these people right here that just draw the ire of my fucking anger. And the reason why, I'm telling you, the reason why I get so angry with them is because they get fucking absolutely butthurt to the point to where they cause problems for every person in society when you don't play along with their mental illness. I can't get behind that. Can't get behind that at all. Because I'll play along if you're courteous enough. Hell, I know fucking plenty of trans people that I am friends with, and I call them by their pronouns of their choice because, why? Because they politely fucking asked me to. And they acknowledge what the fuck they really truly are biologically. They know they are either a male or a female. That is the fucking truth. They can't escape that. They understand that because guess what? They're not a fucking psychopath or a sociopath. They don't have no fucking idiotic problems going on in their brain. And they don't let the brain worms consume them. Or in this one's case, the fucking brain fairies. Because God knows this bitch has a bunch of little fae running around in her head. Why else would she be sitting there? Look at her! Look at her! She's getting ready to do that same little thing. She's reeling up. She's like, they all do these weird little fucking scrunched up. They gotta be like little goblins, little duendes or something. They something.
This is such a great question because even people who speak English as their first language don't know how neo-pronouns are pronounced. So I'm gonna teach you today.
There's no such thing as a neo-pronoun. That's something you made up to feel special.
If you don't know what neopronouns are pronouns used in place of he, she, or they while referring to a person. Now let's get started.
Yet again, that's a very clever way of saying something that doesn't really exist. You're either going to be a he or a she. Get the fuck over it. There ain't nothing else. There ain't nothing else to be. And if you try hard enough, you can probably change your genetics, okay? But guess what? The moment you do that, you no longer have what you claim to not have. Rights. Yeah, you'll no longer have them because guess what? You won't be human. You want to be human? You have human rights. Even if you're a trans, you have human rights. But if you try to change that and you try to change yourself from being a human, you no longer have human rights. Be smart about that. Don't be a fucking retard. Please, for the love of God, be smart about it. Don't be stupid. It's going to backfire on you. Backfire on you bad. Because there is a lot of people in here who will immediately play on that loophole. And they can do whatever the fuck they want to you because guess what? You're not human. And in the court of law, by that fucking little loophole, they will get away with whatever they want to you because you're not human. And you're not technically not an animal. And animal rights only goes so far. There's only so much. You know what I mean? Like, so even if you did somehow declassify yourself as human and you are now all of a sudden classified as a animal of some other type, good luck. Just good luck. So you're either going to be a he or a she. Nobody with gender dysphoria truly thinks that they are a Z, Zim, or a Fee, Fe, Fum. It's just not a thing. It's not. People with gender dysphoria are actually more intelligent than these fucking idiots. You know why? Because they actually understand they are born in this and feel like this. Not they're born like this and sometimes feel like that, sometimes feel like this and that and this and this. No, they understand it's a left or a right, it's a black and a white. Because in those situations, that's all there is. When that's all there is, that's all there is. You can't go any further than that. It just doesn't work. Like, it's mind-boggling to think that there's people having a hard time grasping this. So much to the point that they're willing to make up bullshit. It's crazy.
Number 1, Z, Zem, Zir. Number 2, Z, here, hears. Number 3, Fey, fair, fairs. And number 4, A, M, air. And guess what? These were just a few.
Okay, so you can't be air because air is a prefix in a language. Okay, I'm not even going to elaborate it because most of the words that are in that language are capable of being used by her logic as neopronouns. So I'm not even going to even put that out there because I don't want to fuel that fire in any way. But air is a prefix, not a pronoun. So you're going to have to skedaddle off of that. You weird little fucking crackhead. Look at this fucking thing. This thing smokes crack or something, clearly. Fucking
Neopronouns.
odd
So if you
ass fuck. I can't stand that thing.
I am just getting home from
Oh,
Dylan's
this
365-day
fucking...
celebration.
Ooh, man, this is a retarded person.
Oh,
Oh, God. I just don't like Dylan.
Childhood care week.
I don't believe Dylan is what he says he is at all. I believe Dylan is strongly a fucking puppet, a tool, and that's all. He better hope and pray to God no one ever catches him talking to children in any fucking fashion because his jaw will be wired shut. That is a guarantee. That is a goddamn guarantee. Because there are so many people who are just waiting on that predator that would be. He's a would-be predator. I am almost 110% sure of it. And there are people waiting on him to fuck up. Just waiting on him to fuck up. Because people have spotted what he was a long time ago. Especially like when he started coming. He did a coming out video to children. Like, what do they care? They don't care about your fucking sexuality, you fucking goddamn retard, you fucking predator. And I keep calling them retarded because these people are purposely making themselves stupid. They're feeding themselves all this bullshit. They keep, and it's you clearly tell that they're force feeding it to themselves. So much to the point that they have to force feed it to everybody else. Bitch is cold. I put more ice in there than I normally do. Hell, I could put some more in there actually. It's got a little gap at the top. I ain't going to though. But yeah, Dylan pisses me off. I can't stand that dude. I'm not a fan of that guy in any way, shape, or form. He is a guy. He's not a fucking female. He doesn't even acknowledge that he has femininity. He knows that he is a masculine presenting ass man. He can fucking fuck off with that bullshit ass fucking... He don't have gender dysphoria. This dude came out of nowhere. There's footage of the dude being your typical fucking gay dude. Like just doing a little tap dance routine. Nothing feminine about it. Nothing feminine about him, just except for, the feminine walk that most gay men do. I don't know. Fuck. That guy just is not. Mm-mm. Something just don't sit right with him. It makes me feel like he's predator. I get that predator vibe off of him. And every time I get that predator vibe, it's usually because that person is doing something that's along that lines of being a predator. Always. I've never been wrong on it. I've tried to be wrong on it. I've even looked for reasons to be wrong on them. And I'm never wrong. It's like my body detects them.
Is my girlfriend, and it's awesome. It's this character from Boy Meets World, Teresa Kiner. She was in one episode, but like that character, ugh.
Hey, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm showing you that I'm not bloated. This is not because I'm on my period or with child. This is not because I just ate. And this is certainly not because I have reproductive organs right down here. This is just called my stomach. It's just my stomach. It's always like this. And that's perfectly okay. As a matter of fact, it's gorgina, bitch.
Okay.
Who the fuck asked for this? Like, bruh. Who the fuck asked for this? Nobody asking you to show that. Not a fucking soul asked you to show that. You a dumb bitch. Bitch, you dumb. You dumb. Like, wow. I gotta know. Like, what makes someone want or someone think that it's okay to like start up these kind of conversations out of nowhere without like it just doesn't make no sense. Somebody had to say something to her. That's the only thing that makes sense is that somebody said something to her and she was like, well, actually, it's just my stomach. Like, that has to be it. Because anything, like, cause none of that made any sense. I'd be sitting there looking at her like, like, why are you bringing that up, you dumbass bitch? like that made no sense. It would not make any sense. There's no context to that whatsoever, and it just makes no sense.
Thank you.
Now,
Hey y'all, it's Audrey. This is not my normal content, but I wanted to give my 2
oh god, this is an old thing. She's talking about Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp. You know what's bad? Is there was so many people, even till this day, right now, even though that there was all that evidence that was thrown up, they still think that Amber Heard was this saintly woman. Like, I know Johnny Depp probably is not no saint by no means. He's no Keanu Reeves, okay? But he's still a decent dude. He's still a decent guy. Like, as far as Hollywood goes, Hollyweird, yeah, he's a decent dude. Everybody's accounts with him, other than Amber Heard, actually match up to that statement that he's a decent guy. Okay? Amber Heard, there's not a fucking soul. There's people at fucking gas stations that have bad experiences with this bitch. She's one of those people who come out the trailer park and instantly fucking think they shit don't stink and that they didn't crawl out of the fucking cesspit. That's what Amber Heard is. She's a fucking cesspool worm that managed to get out into the sunshine. But now people know what she is. So she ain't gonna be out there that long. She's already millions and millions in debt with other people. Like, she literally got Johnny Depp to lower the fucking amount that she had to pay him. And he did it because he felt bad for her. I wouldn't have. I would have fucked her a new one.
cents on the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, whatever it is on TV. So why do y'all get off so much on abusing and humiliating women on TV? I really don't understand.
You're a fucking retard.
Bitch, are you dumb?
Like, you are fucking retarded. Like, how can you... Where are you fucking getting that? Who's abusing women on TV?
Understand.
I'm about to start verbally abusing every one of these dumb bitches.
Johnny's comments in the last statements towards Amber were misogynistic, disgusting, verbally abusive, humiliating.
Stop the cap.
Why?
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Bitch, you is a lie. You got so much lies coming out you, bitch. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Your ass stinks. You have a filth, and it's coming off of you, and it's called lies. Lies, bitch. You stretching every ounce of what was going on. I hope this bitch did not continue to do anything online, because oh my God.
Honestly, I think the whole thing is a joke. But what is not a joke is the intentional verbal abuse and misogyny.
Bitch, you have yet to know what verbal abuse is. Just fucking spew your shit towards me and see what the fuck you gonna get. I'll verbally abuse you. You fucking... Oh, you talking some dumb shit now. Man. Hell no. We gotta move on. Oh, this bitch is gonna keep on going for a while, ain't she? I'm not transphobic, but I'm also not calling you meow or meow self. Yeah, I don't blame anybody, and this person's gonna get all butthurt by it.
Oh, you're cis? I didn't see where anyone asked.
See, the internet's giving all these people so much safety, because see, if he would have said that shit to that little girl, because that was a little girl, in my presence, I'd have slapped the taste out of his fucking mouth. Yeah, I'm not gonna let a fucking grown-ass dude, get salty as fuck with a fucking little girl. I'm gonna beat the absolute shit out of him. If at the very least, at the very fucking least, I will bitch slap him and watch him fucking scream. He's hitting me! It's a hate crime! No, it's not a hate crime. I'm defending some little child that you decided to fucking get up in their face. I have a buddy of mine. I talked about him in the last video, named Jamie. He used to handle situations for me where I would get accused of a hate crime because of that. And then one day he told me, he was like, you know what? It ain't a hate crime if you're defending yourself. So, or defending someone else. So as long as it's like that, fuck them. Defend whoever you need to. Because there was this one moment where I don't know what the fuck they were, to be honest with you. And I don't care what they acknowledged themselves as. But they were being really stupid towards a friend of mine. And they were being really stupid because he was the waiter. They didn't know he was a friend of mine, but they were being really stupid. And the gayest of them all, I'm assuming, fucking did some nasty ass shit. And my homeboy was like, look, you need to stop your fucking shit and get the fuck out. And they wouldn't get out. So that's when I fucking stood up and said something. And then my gay friend Jamie, he stood up and said something. Everybody, they all went out and they left. But at that moment in time, that's when we all come to the conclusion that it ain't really a hate crime to say something to unruly gay people, okay? Like, they might have made us feel like it is, but it ain't a hate crime when someone's being unruly. Because look, a hate crime got a definition to it, okay? It's got a actual fucking definition, okay? Alright, so a hate crime is a crime typically one that is involving violence that is motivated by prejudice. Prejudice. Not racism here. It doesn't say racism, it says prejudice. On the basis of ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation, and or similar grounds. Okay, so guess what? Literally any fucking thing can be a hate crime if there's prejudice involved in it, meaning that you gotta have like true hate. I hate pedophiles. Okay? I truly hate them. And if there was no laws protecting them, I would be doing bad things to them. Simple as that. That's the truth. And I think anybody would. To be to be 110% truthful with you, anybody who wants to have children would be doing that. Okay? So, but, if I was to go out of my way right now and start offing them, that would be a hate crime because there's laws protecting them. Okay? I'm not saying that it's okay to go out there and do this, to do really fucked up things. But what I am saying, it is okay to acknowledge your hate and figure out why you have it. Because I couldn't ever understood why I had hatred for predators, as strongly as I did. But I think I more than likely witnessed something at a young age or something, because I have a very strong hatred for it. But I have acknowledged why I have that hatred, and I have worked through it, and, I have settled it. I know that there's nothing I can do about it. They are going to live and get to live and be existing amongst me no matter what. I have acknowledged that, and I bide my time because I know one day, all those that are on that public list are not going to be protected by the law anymore. I know that's a thing. That's going to be a thing. And that is what I bide my time. I'm a good, law-abiding citizen. And I refuse to break the law. That's honestly the only thing that protects them. Not just from people like me, but from just generally every human being that is willing to procreate. Because we are not wanting to have our children fucked with. Period. We don't want them to be messed with. But the creeps that are a part of this fucking whole entire goddamn group, they don't either. They are so naively not understanding what they're allowing, or they are maliciously doing it with intent.
Does anybody else get this, a lot? I didn't say anything that would indicate that Biden hadn't won the election. I didn't say anything about my personal political beliefs. I was literally just explaining the process. But this dude was so salty because he didn't understand our election process. And the even funnier thing is that I wasn't explaining it to him. Somebody else had asked if Biden was president-elect, and I had said he wasn't. And so I was explaining why he wasn't. This guy kept telling me I don't have to be so technical. When am I allowed to be technical if not during an election?
Lame, sucky, and stupid, so let's all join.
So, this is basically where it goes down to where I was talking about. When you're so far on the left or you're so far on the right, you don't have rational conversations with people. It just don't happen. This is probably someone, this person right here, is more than likely someone who did vote for Biden. But because they worded it like this towards the end, so again, not yet, this fucking dude got absolutely fucking butthurt out of their goddamn fucking frame. Like, these people are garbage. They're statist zombies. They have nothing but peanuts in here. I mean, legitimately, it's nothing but fucking peanuts in there. I don't, I don't get it, quite frankly. And what I don't get is how can something so grand, like a human being, turn into something like this?
When am I allowed to be technical, if not during an election?
Name, sucky, and stupid, so let's all join together and begin mansplaining to men.
No, see, Cooper, that's a great idea, but what I think we should do is start mansplaining to men. You see? Your idea was great. No, but I think we should start mansplaining to men. Mansplaining.
Yet again, another fucking retard who is trying to use the definition of mansplaining in her own fucking way. The original feminists who came up with that are sitting there face palming themselves. It was mansplaining is originally intended to explain how, when men are actually going out of their way to explain something that is just simple and obvious. That's what man. But guess what? It's not men who do that. It's a certain type of person who does that. There's more men who do it because guess what? That kind of thing usually affects men more often than it does women. But people with ADHD have a tendency of going into those elaborate explanations, and most people who have ADHD are men. So they call it mansplaining, but this is based off of something that people with ADHD do. I've seen women do it a lot that have ADHD. So quit fucking with people who have ADHD. What's wrong with people with ADHD? Do you have something against them? Like, are you not being inclusive to people with ADHD? Or are you just so insensitive that you don't care because you feel like you're being attacked when someone is just being who they are? That's the problem with ADHD, though. See, like, there's a lot of things that would piss off these types, and then all in the same breath, they'll talk about wanting to be more inclusive to people with disabilities and shit. Do you think ADHD isn't a disability, like in its more extreme cases? Because if you think it's not, oh my god! Because see, I got a good control over my shit, But there's days where you could tell me something and I will hear it completely ass in backwards. Like there's days where you can't really tell me nothing. I'm not hearing anything. Not correctly, anyway. I don't get it. I don't get how these people can feel so fucking empowered to be so cruel. They're being cruel. This is a cruel and unusual way of being, not just towards themselves, but towards anybody else in the world. I honestly hope they all take a flying leap and go straight to fucking hell. I really do. I do not like any fucking one of those types of people. And the main reason why is because they're constantly out here trying to start problems with us. People who are just being like, there are trans people who are fucking sick of their bullshit. And see, they're trying to put a fucking transgender into the fucking Barbie film, a child's film. Like, Why? Why are you doing that unless you're trying to normalize something that is a mental illness? Like, and then if you normalize that mental illness, then you need to normalize completely and totally utter disarming them. And guess what that does? That sets the precedent for you to disarm anybody. So, look, here we go again, down this fucking vicious cycle of fucking bullshittery. It's a whole bunch of fucking dumb shit. There's no sense in doing. I can't stand that shit. No shit. Every fucking thing in the top stories has got something to do with some kind of fucking transgender this, transgender that. Like, I don't even look for shit like that. This all pops up into my shit. And it's all targeted and geared towards something to do with children. It just don't make no goddamn sense to be that way. Not one fucking bit. Trying to find a palette cleanser here. Let's see. See about a you laugh, you lose. You laugh, you banana. Whatever that means. What the fuck ever that means. Alrighty, let's do it. I already lost that one. My B. That was funny. He was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" He was mad. He wasn't having that shit.
You're not gonna find me.
Oh shit! He's squaring up with the cat.
I got this Halloween decoration, modded it, of course.
I want to show you something.
Oh my god.
No! Oh hell no, indeed, man. What the fuck? Homeboy out there, 2-inch gang. Oh man. No. Fucking that picture of that monkey. That's the most brutalest thing in the world. That monkey. I hope like hell it's a real monkey, but goddamn, it could be it could be something. And I'm not talking about that picture. But there's a picture that looks very similar to that monkey. But it looks like it was like some kind of humanoid hominid of some type. It was fucking out of this world crazy looking. Stupid crazy looking. Got me a lighter, by the way. I forgot all about it. Yeah, boy!
Esto vos lo prendés y lo cerrás.
What the fuck? You know, if horses weren't so skittish, man, I'd say that's probably good for, you know, your day to day, you know, going to town, getting groceries, whatever, etc. I'm dead ass, man. A horse, but they get really skittish, and because we would still need like freight train or freight liners and shit going around, you know, they they would ultimately freak the fuck out of a horse. There ain't. I don't see you getting a horse used to one then. Because I had this one horse. He was cool as fuck. He was real chill. But one day, a deuce and a half went by because there was a military depot down the road, and a deuce and a half went by, and when it did, it sent him running. Like he ran all the way to the back end of the field. It was crazy as hell. It was hilarious, but because I'd never seen him get scared at anything. Because my dad, he had a big ass diesel, so it didn't get scared of that. Like, and when I say a diesel, I mean like a truck, not like a tractor trailer truck or anything like that, but a just a straight up diesel, like dually. But so to seeing him get all worked up and bent out of shape over that deuce and a half, it was funny, but it also kind of like shocking because I wasn't expecting that. But horses would be a good thing to go back to use them. Hell, they'd appreciate it. They don't really have that sense of duty like they used to.
Kolay gelsin Spider-Man. Selamünaleyküm. Aleykümselam.
So if you have horses and they can come up to your windows, like if you don't have them in like a stable farther away or whatever, and they have this access, they will do this. And if you're not paying attention and you're not aware that they'll do that, you see it for the first time, it'll fucking scare the shit out of you. Because we, like the horse I was just talking about, he fucking was standing, and see, he didn't get that close, because if he got that close, I probably would have recognized him. But he was further off to where I could still see his head. And it didn't make no sense to me because the way his front of his body made it look like he had these two little legs and this weird awkward shaped head. And I was like, man, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, it scared the shit out of me when I was little. I was probably like 14, 15 years old. And I saw that shit. And I was like, man, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, it scared the shit out of me. And then and then he turned his head. I don't know if something got his attention, and he turned his head. And when he turned his head, I could see the long neck and everything, and his head. I was like, oh, that son of a bitch. His name was Bert. Yep, Bert. What in the fuck did that?
I just found out that the plates. I just found out.
No, bitch. It's like he intentionally did it.
I just found out that the plates from Cheesecake Factory are not microwave safe. That shit is not microwave safe.
Why are you saying it like that? Microwave safe. Oh, god damn it. That was... Boy, that irked the hell out of me. I would have been like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, I would have. I mean, that was an obnoxious ass way of saying it. Look at his face. That ain't real. There ain't no way. Oh shit.
You should about me do
You about ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, what?
And then I strike like a lion stalking his prey.
Yeah.
Gotcha, didn't I?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Fine. How you doing?
Good. Now that I'm talking to the world's greatest papa.
Yeah.
That was another dude trying to pull an infrabrand, and it seemed like the world's greatest papa. I don't know, man. I feel like if I got up in Walmart and somebody like infrabrand or something came up to me, depending on how I'm feeling that day, I'm probably gonna laugh my ass off. If I'm feeling like shit, or if I already had a bad rodeo with somebody, I'm probably gonna be like, dude, bounce. Just bounce. Get the fuck out of here. And regret every ounce of it, because I love those kind of interactions, but just in the wrong mindset, I'm a dickhead and I can't handle it. I am, and I'm comfortable in admitting it. I'm a dickhead and I just can't handle that shit sometimes. Shit, are they going way up on them?
Let's make something out of nothing.
The fuck I'm supposed to make? Ain't shit up in this motherfucker. The light don't even work in this bitch.
I know that was a joke because ain't nobody putting just any of that in there. like none of that would be in there. Tesla absolutely hates this guy.
Bro, I didn't even slam my shit this fucking hard though, I promise you though.
Get some.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm gonna do that right now. Yes, sir.
Oh, baby, get some.
Dude. Oh, shit, man.
What's that smell? Oh, what the?
Oh my god, Phil, what the frick did you just do?
You planted grass.
What kind of weird ass edit is this?
Grass.
Geronimo! Oh. You are in her DMs. I am in her septic tank.
My friend, a edible before our flight.
Pick up your glasses real quick, Alan. Pick up your glasses real quick. Do it. You're shooting faded.
Look, lady, whatever you say.
I wish 100 milligrams did that to me. No, I think it's 200. Well, still, that's still low. I need like straight up 1,000 or more before it does anything for me.
Indeed, a edible before our flight.
Pick up your glasses real quick, Alan. Pick up your glasses real quick.
And it never made me look like that. I wish I could look like that.
Do it. You're shooting faded.
Look, lady, whatever you're selling, I ain't buying, yo.
Well, my name is Skylar White, yo. My husband is Walter White, yo. He told me everything.
Remember when I said that I think Gen Z is just all about making themselves look repulsive? That's what the whole Chad face is. Like, that is the most repulsive looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, making yourself look like you're so fucking skinny that you have crackhead cheeks and shit. Like, that's not, there's nothing muscular about it. Men who have that because of muscularity, because of working out, it has nothing to do with sucking in and doing all that weird shit. Because when someone sucks in and shit, it makes it look like they're fucking smoking crack rock, like they lost their teeth due to crack rock. Because I have my wisdom teeth, they grew in perfectly. The only one I had to get taken out was this one because of cracked and an abscess grew in it and shit. So when that happened, I had to get it taken out. But all of them grew in perfect. Like, most wisdom teeth grow in crooked, some fucking awkward way, then they push your teeth off into different ways. Mine grew in perfectly. So because I have mine, my jaws won't even allow me to suck my face in to do some shit like that, or I would try to imitate it. But it's my jaws can't do it. Like, they're too sturdy. But I wouldn't understand, and I still don't understand why people are doing that. Like I said, it's a Gen Z thing, and Gen Z is just all about being repulsive. In some form or fashion, they are repulsive. Like, I actively don't seek conversation with them in any way. I don't have anything in common with them. And I'm talking about the ones that are already of age. Like the 18-year-old ones and shit. 18 and up. Like, I just don't have nothing to say to them. There's nothing. Like, there's some, I'm pretty sure, somewhere in the world. But the ones that I would probably have any chance of encountering, I don't have jack shit to say to them. We are of two different worlds. If anything, it's just, hey, how you doing? And, to be nice. That's about all I got. Oh, look, it's a little bitty doggy. Pretty.
Número uno.
Oh my God, it's Bruce Lee. Oh my God, Bruce Lee. Oh my God, man. You not Bruce Lee, bro?
Número dos.
Oh my God.
Man, that's fucked. That's so fucked, man. Why would you do that? Bro. I'm a banana for sure. I laughed a long time ago at this shit. This shit is hilarious. It says you laugh, you banana. I definitely banana.
I knew that was you, bro. Liu Kang, bro. Liu Kang, bro. Mortal Kombat. Oh my God, Liu Kang, bro. Oh my God, bro. Liu Kang. Liu Kang.
Número tres.
Oh my God, it's Kanye West. Kanye West. Oh my God, Mr. West. Mr. West. what's up, man? You and Kanye?
Número 4.
Oh my God, it's Super Mario. Super Mario, bro. Hey, Super Mario. Oh my God, man. Super Mario. Oh my God, man.
Honorable mención. Número 5.
Oh my God, it's Albert Einstein. It's Albert Einstein. Oh my God, it's Albert Einstein. Oh my God. Dude, you're Albert Einstein. You're Albert Einstein. Einstein, oh my God.
What drink?
My drink? My diet Dr. Kelp? How am I supposed to eat this pizza without my...
And dude's gonna do that, though. All these pranksters, even Infrabrand, they're gonna fuck around and they're gonna fuck with somebody who has like they're on the spectrum of some sorts. Like they're like, and see, there's different spectrums of autism, and there's some that like, you know, try to just avoid situations like that, and then there's some that react very violently to shit like that. They're like quick to knock a hole in the wall. So I hope like hell. I hope like hell that they don't, not him, but the dude that was doing that understands that, you know, sometimes people who have stuff in their ears, you know, or headphones on walking around, sometimes that's kind of dead giveaway to don't fuck with them. You know, they're on the spectrum of some sort, so leave them the fuck alone. I'm not saying everybody with headphones. I'm just saying like there's certain people with like that are wearing things that are trying to block out sounds and shit because the sound, too much sound. I have a cousin who has autism, so that's one of the things that I know about him is that like there's certain places he just can't go. He gets hyper stimulated off of too much loud sounds and shit, and he gets to be an ornery.
Drink!
As he says, he'll start reeing and then start swinging. Like that's his, like that's what he says too. He's like, I will ree right in your face, and then I will smash your face. Like that's like that's his thing. It makes me laugh every. I'm like, you're weaponized autism. Holy fuck! And because he's a mixed martial artist, like way more than I ever thought to be in. Like this dude, like he went out there, and I foresee him actually becoming a pro one day. So I look forward to that. But nah, I hope like hell all these, you know, pranksters understand there are some people you don't fuck with. Actually, I just saw where one found out the hard way not too long ago. Found out the hard way that there's some people you just don't fuck with. You just don't fuck with some people.
哎，向导好，向导，向导，两个美女，怎么说
？3分钟之内用他们的联系方式。
Damn, he was so fucking, he was entirely too sure of himself, and he was walking over there with all the confidence in the world, but then he forgot to do one fucking thing that all men must remember. It's something that got us all the way to here. All the way to here. It's the reason why every human, male and female, are here. It's because we as males are intuitive and we pay attention to our surroundings. He was so blinded by his intentions, he forgot to pay attention. You fucking failed. You lose. And guess what?
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
What did he say?
That's why I don't like that when people get too confident. They get blind. It's okay to be confident, man. You got to be confident as well. That's something you really have to do. But you better put a collar on that fucking confidence. Rear that bitch back when you need to.
Hey, I bet y'all headed for 6,000. What's up? One shot from 6,000. Where you gonna head it at? Where? Right here. Where you throwing it? Where? Over the hoop. Oh, I want to see this. Hold up. Let me see. Let me see this. Oh my God! Oh my God! No!
I'm pretty sure that was planned when homeboy came up and fucking flipped that ball up. I'm pretty sure of it. I pissed somebody off. I pissed somebody off really bad. So there's an actual trans person who is arguing with a person I pissed off. This is hilarious. I wish I could show this, but because there's people that I don't know involved, it would be just completely fucked up of me. So I'm not gonna do that. But essentially, I just to sum it up, I explained how gender dysphoria has been a thing throughout history. It's a thing that's inflicted humans for quite some time. It's something that happens, but not on the to the level that it is now. Okay, so clearly that some people are either being manipulated into having this issue, or there's something severely, really malicious going on because the numbers have exceedingly went up to the point to where it's actually a danger towards the human race. It's actually a danger to the human race because numerous of people are now not going to be having children because they think they are the opposite race and or the opposite sex, and they think that they need to be this and that, and they're fucking their whole entire reproductive systems up completely, fucking it up to the point to where they'll never have children. They'll never be able to do anything. And because of that, humanity will slowly dwindle and die off if the trend continues. If that continues to be a thing, humanity dies off. That's true. And that's something that I pointed out all the different things, and there's numerous different things that I said in this, but this person, they felt very bothered by what I said, so they were like, "Nobody is forcing kids to transition. Stop lying," and they tagged me in it. And the other person, and then they went and told somebody they actually gatekeeped what trans is, because this somebody named Sick Holmes said something and said, "Then you're not really trans, lol." And then this other trans person came in and is like, "Whoa, man, that's uncalled for," you know. And they went to explaining one of my many points about how schools are normalizing gender questioning, and if that happens, then that means it's happening at a young age, which means it's a form of manipulation and grooming, whether they like it or not. That's the terminology. That's the very definition of grooming. If you fucking introduce something that is meant to be further on down the line for a child, it's not meant to be for a child. It's meant to be for a young adult. Not even for like preteen, like late teenage, young adult life is when those things start to normalize and you get a fully understanding of. Um, it's just you know, but you know, I was just like because I've shown proof on this channel. I've shown proof where there's people who are clearly manipulated. They don't they don't by their own thoughts and process believe that they are that, and I'm talking about Jazz. That's you could tell that's someone who at the very least since birth been told something that they just aren't. And you could tell there's going to be people who there's going to be numerous amounts of them. And it's because right now there's I think push to do this so much because doctors are getting a chance to do an experiment they haven't been able to do. That's why I truly think there's a big push on this. I fear for what happens to humanity. Like, and see, there's a lot of people who come at this from a religious aspect and whatnot. I don't come at this from a religious aspect, by no means. I come at this from a scientific aspect. We as humans are gonna be dying off. Like, it's a legitimate thing that's gonna happen. We are gonna be fucking dying off if a little schmeckle of some fucking traditional values don't get put in there. It's crazy how things have gotten. And I'm a very like I guess all the astrology people would be like, it's cuz you're a Libra. Cuz I'm very I'm very fucking balanced. I'm very balanced. Like, I have very liberal tendencies, I have very conservative tendencies. But I guess maybe it's that balance that allows me to see the insanity of everything. Because everything has some serious insanity, you know? Everything does. Everything that I've shown thus far is insanity. But yeah, no. Day. At the end of the day, we're just gonna have to decolonize our brains and embrace the nonsense. If we're gonna want to understand any of this shit, we're gonna have to do as they say. We're gonna have to decolonize our brains, whatever the fuck that means. And we're gonna embrace their nonsense. I'm gonna embrace it with open arms so that way I can try to understand it for everybody else. That's what I'm gonna do. But the moment I see some fucking predator shit, I'm gonna fucking come in there like fucking Tom Hansen. Or Chris Hansen. Tom Hansen. Who the fuck is Tom Hansen? Who the hell is Tom Hansen? Boy, what the hell? I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Tom Hansen. Chris Hansen. I'm gonna come up in that bitch like Chris Hansen. As soon as I said Tom Hansen, I was like, man, who the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna play some Fallout 4. I got some mods to look at. I've been wanting to look at these mods for quite some time, actually. Because I have modern weapons, right? And I love the modern weapons mod. But there's a certain sniper rifle that I don't have. Wait a minute. I might be able to have it, though. Might be able to make it. I want a Dragunov. I've been wanting it for quite some time. Because, it's just something goes back, and I think it goes back to that old. There was this very old ass fucking war game I used to play, and the only sniper rifle you could get was a Dragunov, an SVD Dragunov, and it was. It was probably, if you knew how to shoot it, it was a one shotter. Like, it was one shot, it was over with in that game. So that's why I really enjoy that. So maybe I can do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and start it up instead. Let's see. And I plan on getting on the game Scum. I plan on getting on there on the multiplayer thing, making some friends because I'm really good at making friends. Like if as long as I don't hear their politics, because me being apolitical, I have a tendency of poking holes in everybody's politics. It doesn't matter if it doesn't come from a place of egalitarianism, it's just gonna be poked apart from people like me. So it's best to not even go that route. Um, but yeah, as long as it don't have anything to do with that in the conversation, I usually have a tremendous ability of making friends. I can just talk. I have the ability to talk. So hopefully, uh, I get on there and I can make some friends because none of my friends want to get the game. They're all like, man, the game seems like it's not going to be that fun. I'm like, yeah, by yourself, it's not fun. That's why I want you to fucking get the game so you can play with me. Because by yourself, yeah, there's NPCs and shit, but they're only in one place. There's zombies, and then there's these drones and like this big ass robot. I mean, it'd be cool if there was like some raiders or something, like some raider NPCs. That would be really cool. Hold up. What the fuck, man? What is this? That was weird. Okay, so I just saw a dude being funny about Sneeko reloading guns. But that was like forever ago. So I'm pretty sure that's done and over with since Sneeko apologized. Pretty sure of it anyway. Anyway. Apparently white people have never struggled too. That's another thing that keeps popping up in my feed. By the way, I'm waiting on all this to fucking clear out so that way I can do it again. But in the process, I'm looking at all these other videos that keep popping up, and yeah, one of the things that people like to say is white people have never struggled. They fail to forget that there are numerous different cultures in white that have white skin, that are white skinned cultures. Okay, and some of those white skinned cultures were enslaved by people. Like that was a thing. Like Saladin had Gaelic slaves. That was his choice. He preferred Irish slaves. There was Irish slaves in America before African slaves. That was the thing. Like, actually, Ireland got enslaved a lot. That's the reason why when that's why I love the AR-18. It made sure Ireland did not get completely enslaved. It still got enslaved because it's still under the crown, or was, I think it was. I forget. I don't pay attention to their politics as much as I used to, but um, it made sure the empire felt the bite, so to speak. So I will always have love for the AR-18. It is a gun strictly meant to fight tyranny. It has no other purpose. You have that gun. If you have that gun, you put it up in a case. You take it out every month to clean it, make sure it's maintained well, and then you put it back up. And you don't pull it out unless an act of tyranny is upon you. That is the only time that gun never needs to come out. That's the only reason for that gun. That gun has no other purpose. And I honestly think they should allow citizens who can pass a certain stability test the ability to have fully automatic weaponry, and they only be allowed to come out specifically for two reasons: one, an act of tyranny, or two, to be maintained. That's the only reason why I would ever need to be coming out. I don't need to take a fucking unless you're like, I know there's some people who are adrenaline junkies, but goddamn, dude, there's no reason to go and mag dump like a motherfucker. So like, I don't see no reason to take it and fucking go and mag dump every damn weekend. Maybe still take, like, when I say maintaining, I mean like taking it, getting the kinks out of it, maintaining sights up and everything, making sure it's well sighted and whatnot, if so needing to be. Those are things that I mean when I say well maintained. A gun must always be well maintained, especially a gun meant to fight tyranny. Tyranny, terrorism, whatever you want to call it. It's meant to fight it, foreign or domestic. And it's the only reason why it should ever be pulled out, other than, like I said, to be maintained. And I think that should be something that's allowed for law-abiding citizens. People who have no histories whatsoever. Fucking give people who actually do right and do good by their fellow neighbor, give them some fucking rewards for their merit, Go to go to sleep at night knowing that no tyrannical government, no 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 foreign entity. Actually, I never go to sleep thinking of foreign entity, to be honest with you. Can you imagine China trying to invade America? That would be a bad idea. Russia, that damn sure would be a bad idea for you. You can't even invade Ukraine, for fuck's sakes. That'd be a damn bad idea for you. And poor North Korea, man, y'all would be fucked over a goddamn. You wouldn't be able to invade shit. Like, you wouldn't even be able to cross your own fucking border without dying. Every last one of you, except for your elite, are sickly. Like, but nah, China would find it a hard time, even with their numbers. Like they have a shitload of numbers to just throw, right? But it would be it would be a bad day for them. And the reason why I say that is because it'd be like the same thing that would happen if you try to take away guns away from law-abiding citizens, and it would leave all these criminals, right? You know. So imagine what would happen if all those criminals and all those law-abiding citizens by default had to work together because a whole bunch of Chinaman came flying in from the sky. It would be done and over with. It'd be done and over with. Some of those motherfuckers would fall and hit the ground like Swiss cheese. And I say that not playing because there's certain rounds that people get experimental with. They make their own rounds. Them things ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. Just the other day, I saw a 22 that rips open like it's a fucking 12 gauge slug. I ain't ever seen anything like that in a 22, and it made me want it. I never wanted a 22 since I was a little kid. But I saw that shit, I was like, I want it, and I want a armory full of that ammo. That is all I would ever need. And the reason why I was saying that is because you could sling a 22 bullet for a while. You could sling that shit a distance. So if it's got that kind of power behind it as well, pretty sure the drop off point on it is a lot deeper. Like it probably goes down faster. So you'll, and I'm just saying that based off of the fact that it fucking implodes its target. So anything that has that kind of ballistics to it, I feel like that more than likely. Yeah, I feel like the drop off point on that thing would just see if there's something that I can credit my father for something when it came to guns. And when I say something, I mean like I remember when I was very little and putting a 22 in my hands. I had a 22 pistol and I had a 22 rifle. And the pistol, I was really good at shooting with it. Mainly because I was trying to be a cowboy. Like that was my thing. I was like, yeah, I'm a fucking cowboy. So I'm trying to be cute about it. And the process, because it shot a little crooked because it was a little cheap 22 revolver, it shot a little crooked. And when I fucking went to go and shoot it, I realized that. So I started understanding where I needed to shoot and how I needed to point when shooting it. So I would turn and fucking look like old school, what was his name? It wasn't fucking, it was Dean something. He played a specific cowboy, and that cowboy always, he would it was like he was leaning against the wall, but he was never leaning against the wall, and he would shoot just like that. I would have to do that just to be able to shoot this gun correctly. And my dad thought at first that I was doing that shit just to be doing it, but I'm doing it because I had to in order to actually shoot it correctly. it came out crooked. It was just a cheap ass gun, or somebody had it before me and it got bent all to hell and back and some shit. So what happens if you fuck with anything that's budget? Don't like save your money up and get you something special. Don't get nothing budget. That'll fuck you all in like you'll regret it when you got jam after jam after jam, or like I was talking about, you shooting crooked and you have to start fucking shooting like you're leaning against the wall and shit. Hell yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna do me a nice fat dab. Look at that bad boy right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Got that Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. I fucking I used to love watching Macho Man. I was like one of him. Like I know a lot of people loved Hulk Hogan. I get it. I understand. But Macho Man, he was my favorite. He was one of my favorites. I mean, my all-time number one favorite was fucking Sting, Steve Borden. He was my favorite, number one, but or is because I think he's still doing it. But I haven't watched modern wrestling and call it me being bitter. Oh Lord! All right, let's get into this. Pinches putos. Anyway, let me but that don't really matter anymore. Ba-da-da-da-da. It's the motherfucking Xbox controller. Yeah, okay, so need to get these mods taken care of. I think I can make it with the AK that they had in there. If you just make the AK like a sniper, I think you can make it essentially the SVD Dragunov. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. I could be. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, working aquariums. That sounds like a good idea for aesthetic purposes. I love aquariums. I don't know if it's just me and the people who have them, but like, I just love the way fish. I don't have any because my cat is fucking. She's predatory as fuck. That would not end well. Titans in the Commonwealth. What do you mean Titan? I thought we were talking about Titans. They're like, holy shit, we're gonna have big ass fucking Titans walking around. Essentially, Pokemon. I'm not seeing anything worthwhile. I don't even think that's how you spell it. So, no. Definitely not. I could have probably found it on Nexus, but like I'm gonna try to do what I said I was gonna do and make it with PK. I think that's the best way to go about that. I think that's probably the only way to go about that. Well, like I said, go on Nexus and look, because more than likely it'll be on there if there is one. I knew I had to load it. My wife was playing last. Harvey? What are you doing, my man? It's been a while. Alright, let's see.
Wall tower. Okay. Okay. I just need to put down some kind of events for them. And one of them, exit. Well then kill it, motherfucker. I'm building shit. Okay. Maybe I can buy them. I can buy some ones. I don't know which stupid ones I can do. There's only one. Attacked by fucking zombies. The mist is here. Son of a bitch.
Hey, what do you need? What now?
You have some sort of medical problem here, or are you just yanking my chain?
Just a yank.
Use some supplies, actually.
I got loads of Stimpaks, chems, you name it.
I just came for the blind wraps. Thank you. The blind. Let's see.
Stick to the roads. You got a better chance of surviving.
Wherever that fucking bro.
word of a settlement that needs our help. Hey, go ahead. Another settlement has sent word that they need our help. I've worn out a lot of shoe leather since I joined the Minutemen.
And I know these don't have that big of damage and everything, but it's just what I'm gonna be doing with it. Makes it all the greatest. How's that one right there? And it should be one in fucking 3 though. It stayed pretty stable. I didn't even hold my breath. Alright. I'll use this. That's why I was doing that. It was stuck in some kind of goofy ass mode and I had to switch the thing out. Yeah, motherfucker. Oh, I went to the wrong gun, no wonder. What? Man, none of the fucking bullets hit that fucking thing. The red dot does not, or should I say green dot does not fucking work. I love that fucking ricochet sound now. Woo! Yeah, I like it. We'll do it. Let's see how it works on something. Yeah. Most definitely. Bitch, you up there in the safety of that fucking place. You don't have the audacity to talk shit? Fuck it, we're going into the drug den. We're gonna kill him. Enemy junkies up here. Looking for your friend. You just heard a shot. Come on, look.
Nothing there now.
Oh, you dumb bitch. You're gonna die now.
What are you doing?
Don't wanna know. This bitch was up here asleep. Your ass up, Garvey.
You must be Preston Garvey. Glad to meet you. We need more people like you these days.
Thanks. It's good to know. Remember to support your local Minutemen.
I just wanted you to know that you're appreciated. This is for you. I hope you can find a use for it.
Well, goddamn, Garvey, you got the recognition you deserve, man. You got the recognition you deserve. Now, let us go. All my hard work is paying off for it.
You there? Caravan or Raider?
Just...
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? Alright. Come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
I'd hate to have to attack this place.
Hi, I'm Meg. I mean, you did.
So were you in the Battle of Bunker Hill?
Yes! Fuck yes! Parkour, parkour!
I'm half tempted to join the railroad with all this shit. I'm just here between jobs.
Interesting shirt dude's wearing.
Hey, you. Talk some sense into my numbskull son. Getting involved with the railroad is just trouble.
It's always good to help people.
People? There's no people about it. They're goddamn synths.
All I do here is help crusty old caravan hands, no offense, go blind off rock gut. At least the railroad...
Alright, I'm gonna call it here. You folks stay nice and stony. I will be back tomorrow. Until then, peace.